Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be organizing and decluttering my entire makeup vanity, which has reached a full disaster status. It's pretty bad. Filming and editing every day, it's been a lot of fun, but it leaves me very little time to put things back where they belong. And honestly, it always kind of gets like this. Usually it takes maybe a week or two. Eventually I hit that threshold where I just cannot stand the clutter any longer. We have reached that point. My drawers are so messy, I can't find anything. So I'm gonna go through each one, and as I organize, I'm gonna take out the pieces that really need to go. The criteria is simple. If I haven't used an item for over a year, if I don't feel inspired to use it ever again, if the color, texture, or smell has changed, indicating that it's probably expired, if I can see visible mold, that's generally a good sign. It's going straight to the trash can, and trust me, you do not want these items. I hear from people sometimes who want me to send them my old makeup. Well, first of all, I don't want to be sued by anybody who got an eye infection because this makeup is grimy. But second of all, I hate to waste makeup. I hate to waste money. I don't want to throw anything away unless it is completely necessary. So if it's going in the trash can, it's because it belongs there. In January, I purchased this Impressions vanity. I put it together myself, just me. I filmed most of the process, so one day soon I would like to do a review just on the vanity itself. I watched a ton of YouTube videos before I made the purchase. There wasn't a lot of information on the construction. I'm going to clean and organize the top as well. I do my makeup on this side only, and then this side is reserved for my jewelry and accessories. Hello again, I'm coming to you now from the floor, which is why I threw on my comfy clothes for the day. This is all of the makeup that I use regularly. I do have some makeup that's still in the bathroom. It's currently overflowing with makeup, skincare, miscellaneous beauty items. I don't really freelance anymore, but I still have a kit just in case. Every once in a while I kind of go through it. But I'm not going to touch any of the stuff in the bathroom. We'll just save that for a separate project. I really want to be able to finish today. So I'm going to start right here with the bottom drawer, and then as I organize, I'm going to work my way up to the top. Okay, starting this over for the 5th time. I hope this video turns out okay. I'm in focus. It's bright enough you can see what I'm talking about. In the bottom drawer, that's where I keep my foundations, primers, tinted moisturizers, concealers, all of the really heavy stuff I wanted to keep down at the bottom for obvious reasons. And I have one of these dividers in every single drawer. I picked these up from the Container Store. You can find things like this at a Ross, TJ Maxx, places like that. The problem is they're not necessarily going to be the right size, and you will struggle to find more than 2 that look the same. I know, I tried, I scoured the shelves, and it's impossible. So they're always kind of mismatched, random. You can never find like 6 of the same thing. So it's better to just go to the Container Store. Usually they have coupons, so you can get them on sale, but I think these were maybe 20 bucks. Well worth the money because they keep everything exactly how I want it to be. Doesn't matter, we're gonna organize anyway. At one point when this was nice and organized, I had all of my foundations here. I had squeezy tubes over here. Generally that's tinted moisturizers, also some primers, not all of them because they won't all fit in here, and then I'm back to just stacking things and it gets unorganized really quickly. Up here I have concealers, and then again over here I have kind of miscellaneous things. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in the drawer and make it nice and pretty. I want to make sure that some of my favorite products are right where I can grab them. Hourglass, I love, but I haven't touched it in a while. This Bobbi Brown, I really don't like. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. This may be decluttered. The Tinty Doll, I love this concealer. I don't know how I still have this. I got this so long ago. I think it's probably still okay. Trish McAvoy, the Instant Eye Lift. Rarely use it. I do like it though, so I'll hold on to it. I hate this Dior, but I'm gonna be really stubborn and hold on to it because I can still highlight the center of my face. I just can't use it under the eye. It creases like crazy on me. And some people love this concealer. I'm so jealous because I love the color. It's really nice. And the fact that it's a little bit creamier, it's not drying. Ugh, I wish this worked for me, but it doesn't. I'll still use it for the face. This Becca concealer, I hated this. This creased on me too. Okay, that's going to the side. I'm gonna hold on to the Armani. I have a few foundations here that are getting pretty old. The Tom Ford Traceless foundation, this Forever Undercover foundation from Dior, this Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover. I recently gifted two of my friends a bottle of Air Flash because I had two bottles that were just sitting there. This isn't even the bottle I'm using. So I have a bottle that's almost done, and then this is a fresh bottle. Yeah, I think I've sprayed this one time. I had two other Air Flash bottles. You guys know how much I love Air Flash, but I will never go through all of these foundations. It really doesn't make sense to just hoard my favorite foundations if they're just going to sit here and expire. So I feel very proud of myself. I gave the gift of beautiful foundation to two of my great friends. I have one foundation here that's going to be decluttered, and you will probably gasp when I tell you, but it's the Sublimage Le Tint. I know. I don't want to get rid of it, but I feel like I have to. I got this in Nashville. It's been several years. I don't really use it because I think the shade is a little bit too dark. It's starting to smell a little bit harsh. You know, it's got that chemical type of smell that's starting to creep in, and I just don't think I could hurry through this fast enough with all of my other foundations. It's just gonna sit here and go completely to waste. I would rather just get rid of it, declutter for now, go through most of my foundations, and then when I purchase this in the future, I'll make sure that I get the right shade. And at that time, I hope it'll be my go-to foundation. I rarely ever grab for this foundation, but definitely not over the summer. It's about to be incredibly hot and humid here in Miami, so I'm not gonna touch this anytime soon. It's not like I'll be able to go through this. If I put it in the top drawer, I could just use it real quick. It's not gonna happen. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of product left. I wouldn't feel comfortable even giving this away because it's so old. Oh well. In the second drawer from the bottom, I store all of my powders. Loose powders, compact powders, some miscellaneous complexion products. These two drawers actually are for complexion, but in the higher drawer is where I keep most of my blushes, highlighters, bronzers, and then the bottom drawers, mostly those larger powders, but there is some overflow. In fact, now I'm starting to keep anything that's still in a box, like these Pat McGrath palettes. I also have my beige bronzing cream. I kept it in the box because the Soleil Tan de Chanel is what's open. I want to go through that first and then save this, go through this next. I also started to keep these in there. I know it doesn't really make sense. If I can find these a new home that does make more sense, I'll put them there. But I have so much space in that drawer that goes unused. These are the Color Street nail polish strips. So let's see. Next, I have my blush highlight drawer, which has become overrun with just highlighters. It's ridiculous because I don't think I could possibly go through all of them, but I love them. That's gonna be a hard drawer to declutter. I have eyes right here, and then I also have my top drawer. This is where I like to keep those products that I'm using regularly. That way I don't have to worry about messing with any of these bottom drawers. I can just go to the top drawer and basically do my full face Monday through Friday if I wanted to, unless I want to get creative and pull something different out. So I rotate the products in here. I don't like to use the same things constantly. I won't just keep things in here until I use them up. Generally every couple weeks I like to rotate what's in the top drawer to keep things fresh. This top drawer is the tabletop top drawer, and this I like to keep completely empty because this is where I take a lot of my product shots that you'll see on my Instagram page. I saw the idea on Instagram or Pinterest, I don't remember, but I went to TJ Maxx and I got this long piece of fake white fur and I cut it into 3 little squares and I placed the fur in these drawers. That way you can see it through the glass tabletop and it looks really pretty and elegant. So I like to style these 2, make it nice and pretty, but then this 3rd one I just keep completely empty so I can take pictures. The top drawer has become disgusting. I have lots of little samples and random things in there, so that's gonna take me a minute. Same with the eye drawer. Same with the blush drawer actually, so I'm gonna go ahead and just focus on those real quick so I can get it taken care of. I'm gonna set aside all of the items that I don't wanna hold on to, and then when I come back, I can show you everything that I'm gonna declutter for the day. Here's a good example of discoloration. I kind of messed around with it, but right here there was this giant patch that was not the same color as the rest of the compact, and I've had this highlighter for a very long time. It's so beautiful, but I don't think it's really nice for my skin tone to begin with. It's so old and I never use it. I'm a little nervous because it had this giant spot, so this is getting decluttered. I'm back on the floor. I just finished going through all of my drawers and I pulled out a ton of stuff that I'm gonna get rid of. I'm really proud of myself. My back is killing me. So I'm going to hurry up and talk about these products. I'll show them to you. And then I still want to organize and clean the top of this vanity. Then I will be done for the evening and I can just relax knowing that everything is clean and I got rid of everything. I know it's going to be a beautiful feeling. The light is at the end of the tunnel, so I'm just gonna keep going even though I really want to take some Tylenol or something. So here are a couple pieces that I had previously taken out to declutter and they were kind of sitting on a pile on the floor. This is, oh my gosh, it is covered in dust. This is from Kevyn Aucoin. This is one of those eyeshadow palettes. It's the Emphasize Eye Design palette as seen in. I kept the little rose gold cream shadow that came inside and I really liked this when it came out. This was sent to me complimentary a long time ago. I really like the mirror, it's nice and big. I don't necessarily love these colors, you know, it's nice, good, not great. It's not something that I ever touch or ever really think about. So for that reason, I'm out. We've been watching nothing but Shark Tank marathons every single night around dinner time, so it's all I can think about. I have another piece from Kevyn Aucoin here. This was also sent to me. This is the sculpting powder in the shade Light. This is just a little contour powder. It's really cute, it's really nice, cool toned, beautiful. I really liked this when I used it. I feel like I used it a lot, but it's not something that I ever grab, and I'm not really into that contouring. It's not even dark enough, to be honest. Maybe when I'm really pale it would be dark enough. I feel like it had a good life, you know, it had a nice run. I used it when it was new. It's not something that I'm ever going to touch. this base Lumiere. This is the illuminating makeup base from Chanel. There's still a little bit in here as well, but it is so old. So old. So it has to go. Last time I checked Chanel.com, this said back ordered, but I know they are bringing out La Base, which is supposed to be a new foundation primer. I want to say it's mattifying, which would be totally different from this. So hopefully it is just back ordered and it's not going anywhere, because this is my favorite primer from Chanel. No SPF, but it just acts like foundation glue in the best way possible. This is too old, so I have to get rid of it. I'm also getting rid of my old Soleil Tan de Chanel Sheer Illuminating Fluid. I now have the Pearly Glow, I have the Rosy Light Drops. I don't need to hold on to this, and it is so old. I just don't even feel comfortable putting this on my face. Doesn't have a terrible smell, but I'm just not willing to risk it. I know how long it's been sitting in the drawers, so I just feel like it is better safe than sorry. This is gonna go in the trash. Unfortunately, it's mostly used. I mean, I know there's a little bit in there, but I don't feel bad about that. The camera died. We're back in business. Good thing I have a backup battery. So it seems like I'm getting rid of a lot of Chanel, and it's only because I just have a lot of really old Chanel products from when I worked at the counter in Nashville, and that was so many years ago. So if there's something that I opened back then, used it a little bit but didn't quite use it up, because it's Chanel, I dragged it with me all of this time, but it's really not something that I should continue to use. So I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. These I talked about in my least favorites video. I don't use this eyeshadow base, so I'm gonna get rid of it. It's pretty old anyhow. And this Nudie Clat, I may hold on to this just because it is pretty as a brow highlight, inner corner highlight. I never use it though. I really feel like I should get rid of it. That's gotta go. And then I have a bunch of lip products here. I need to go through my purse because I think I have a ton of lip products in there that probably need to be organized. But I have a bunch of these really old Dior lip glosses, and I hate to get rid of them because they're beautiful, but they're so old and grimy. They're the glosses that have a lot of glitter, so they just feel kind of chunky. They've always felt kind of chunky because of the glitter, but I know how old they are, and so that chunkiness just really disgusts me. I don't think I can put these on my lips and be happy about it. So I have a handful of Dior glosses that unfortunately are gonna go. This lipstick is the first Tom Ford lipstick I ever purchased. It's very old. I don't think it has mold on it, but it's been there for a really long time. I don't know. Maybe I will keep this. I just want to clean it. I'm going to thoroughly sanitize this lipstick because I don't see any mold, so it might be okay. Here I have the Tom Ford Lip Slick in the shade Spiked Cherry. I didn't get this that long ago, but look what happened. It got all gunky. I think it must have fallen on its side. It was sitting like this instead of right side up. It's all in the cap. It looks pretty gross. I don't want to have to worry about cleaning it, and I think it's just gonna continue to spill everywhere. I don't want to take the chances, so this I'm going to get rid of. Here's 146 Craquant. They don't even make this shade anymore, and it is beautiful. I'm trying to see if it looks sort of fuzzy. I had to declutter a few Chanel lipsticks a few months ago because I just happened to be going through my lipsticks, grabbed my favorite shade, took it out of the tube, and it was fuzzy. Visible mold all over the lipstick. I mean, it was undeniable. Filled with mold. Disgusting. It freaked me out, honestly. So I started going through all of my lipsticks. I found a couple Armani lipsticks that were moldy, a couple liquid lipsticks from Dior and Armani that smelled rancid. So I got rid of a bunch of lipsticks back then. I held on to this because I really love the color. They don't make it anymore, so I feel kind of bad throwing it away, but it's not something that I'm ever going to use because it's just ridiculously old. Look how pretty. I wish they had this color still. This is one of the Rouge Allures. And then here I have 62 Libra, one of my favorite nudes. think this one is starting to get a little bit fuzzy. This one is old. I just never go through my lipsticks. I own so many lipsticks that I can't go through them fast enough, which is why I'm always really hesitant to pick up any new lipsticks. And anytime there's a new collection that comes out, they always release beautiful new colors. If I pick them up and I purchase them, I know they're just gonna sit here on the vanity with all of these other lipsticks and probably end up going to waste. So I'm trying to be really good and not buy any more lipsticks. Lip glosses I tend to go through pretty quickly, so I don't mind picking up new glosses. Concealers I definitely don't need. Foundations I definitely don't need for a while. I mean, I don't really need anything, to be honest. I'm gonna round up all of these products, throw them in the trash, and then I'm going to finish cleaning the top of my vanity. And that completes today's makeup organization and declutter. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, your questions down below. I love hearing from you guys. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. I'm gonna try to link everything that you'll find helpful when organizing makeup at home, as well as everything that I'm using today on my face down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.